Hello, we are CAT3
BAT3.
and we have prepared an interview video about refugees.
Enjoy the video.
Start.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
We have an interview and we have questions. Our first question is, please could you introduce yourself?
Okay, my name is Omer Hassan. I teach on the faculty English course here at Abdullah University.
Well, Hocam, why did you decide to work abroad?
I suppose I wanted a new challenge and to explore another country, another culture. Those are my main reasons.
Okay. Have you ever faced racism
Here or in Britain?
in your life, in your migrant?
Oh, okay. I faced racism a number of times in my life. In Turkey, not so much, but in Britain, yes.
And when you faced the racism, how did you overcome it?
Mostly it happened when I was a child. And in that situation, you don't really know what to do about it. I mean, it's quite hard. You just live with it. In that time, it was actually a little bit acceptable to be racist. So it was different when I was growing up.
And do you think it's worthy to leave your country and to be a migrant?
Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah, I think you can learn a lot about not just another place, but you learn a lot about yourself as well. So yes, definitely I recommend it.
Okay, then sir, what are the advantages and disadvantages of the working abroad, working outside of your own country?
The advantage, as I said, is exploring a new culture, making friends from all over the world. That's a great thing. Disadvantage, the things you miss from home.
Something.
Food, family, friends.
Culture.
Yeah. Some things you can get used to, but other things, with time, you can get used to them as well.
And sir, what skills have you acquired from your work experience, migrant experience?
In terms of personal skills, I guess you learn to be more empathetic with people, more understanding of other people, their culture, the situation. Sometimes when you just stay in the same place where you are, you don't really learn that. But traveling does broaden your mind in that respect. There are, of course, professional skills as well, but I'd say more it's about personal development.
More
Soft skills, yes.
Then, what was your motivation to keep going and stay strong, overcome the culture shock maybe, living in the outside from your country?
I mean, when I first came here, it was to Istanbul. It wasn't such a big culture shock to me because I knew the city. I traveled to Turkey before a few times. Of course, when you live in a place, it's very different to being on holiday. But if you like the culture and you like the city, then that makes it a lot easier. You know, I liked Istanbul very much. I traveled around a lot, so for me it was easier. And also, London is not very far. It's a 3-hour flight. I can go back easily.
What was your motivation? Can you say that?
Yeah, you could. Yeah. The fact that I enjoyed it and I was looking forward to it definitely helped.
Well, what are your future plans?
Good question.
Will you stay, live abroad, or would you?
It looks that way. For a few years, I think. I'm not really sure. You can never know what will happen.
Yes.
1 week to the other week,
Yeah.
but I think I'll be abroad for a few years. Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you so
sir.
much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, good.
Hello guys, this is CAT3 BAT3. Have a good interview.
Yeah, I'm Zishan and you are Hussein. Abdullah, could you introduce yourself?
Abdullah, as you said, Abdullah Tahir is my full name. I'm from Pakistan. I'm a computer engineering second year student here at AGU.
Yeah.
Abdullah Gul University.
And why did you choose Agu for being
For being immigrant. Why did I choose AGU? It was cheap. The education was good, as I was told. and the weather in Kayseri.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay. Can you summarize the pull and push factors in your migration?
Could you tell me what pull and push factors are?
Push factors that you push to come here, and pull factors, it is across.
The pros and cons. Okay. Pull factors. Like I said, it was cheap. The education was good. It's like closer to Europe, I would say. It's a good Erasmus programs, whatever. The factors for not coming, obviously family.
Maybe you
That's
miss your family.
pretty much it, I guess. The only reason not to come was family. Other than that, yeah, not a lot of factors. Though it's hard in Pakistan.
So Abdullah, did you find
Sorry.
any interesting or amazing point in Agu or Turkey?
Agu or Turkey?
Both of them.
The mountain. The
Erciyes.
Erciyes mountain. I love it. It's amazing. Every day, just seeing it is amazing. And skiing
Foods?
over there. Foods are good.
Culture.
The culture. Yeah, no, okay. This is a lot of things, man. In Agu or in Turkey? Again, like
For example, first Turkey.
Turkey. A lot of things. The people. I
You
really
can
like the
people, yeah.
people. Yeah. I had a lot of different people from different parts of the Turkey. They had different experiences to share. They have different goals that they're trying to approach, which I loved learning about their
Yeah,
perspectives.
you are right. It depends on the very okay. What is the motivation to stay here?
I'm here for university, so I have to complete the 4 years.
Just
My motivation, I came, man. I can't leave the university and go before 4 years.
What is the most challenging part of the university?
Being a computer engineer. Competing with my class, I would say. They're good. They're good. They work hard. They're goal oriented. So competing with them is challenging, but it's hard. But it's fun, I would say.
Okay. Do you think will this migration help you to have a better career?
Hopefully, that is the plan.
Do you think you will get a better chance to find a job? Anything?
As compared to Pakistan, maybe. If I don't go back to Pakistan, if I want to go to Europe, probably, hopefully, that's the plan. If it doesn't, then I made a mistake, didn't I?
Okay. And what are the opportunities that Agu gives to you?
Erasmus.
Erasmus?
Erasmus is a good opportunity that I gives. I would say that is above the normal opportunity that would have been available to me.
What are your goals for your future? You said
Masters
Erasmus.
probably.
You said Erasmus.
That's for the
Would you
present.
love to go?
Yes, I would love to go for Erasmus, or like even after university, masters somewhere good. Let's see, maybe Turkey, maybe outside.
Think about that. If someone wants to come Agu, and what are your warnings or advices about for him?
Be careful because you have to take GLB 1 and 2. So yeah, that would be the worst. Be ready for GLB.
Okay, thank you.
Hello Hisham, I am Hilal and now I am asking you some questions about volunteering. Firstly, may you introduce yourself?
Yes, of course. My name is Hisham. I'm 19 years old and I'm studying Business Administration International Economics at the Johannes Gutenberg University in Mainz, Germany.
Well, that's nice. So, what type of volunteering work did you do?
I used to work for 4 years in an elderly home in our local area here. And my tasks were, for example, preparing food, getting closer with elderly people, preparing things for the caretakers, and go for a walk, talking, yeah, like all these things.
Okay.
So,
that's
what
But,
was... Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, but as you might know, for example, I am a volunteer in youth work too. This is why I have been in Agri Youth Work Factory, because I am interacting with youth people as well.
Nice.
Yes. What was your motivation to volunteer?
I started because I wanted to make a small difference, like a small difference for myself. I wanted to look behind the borders, because we are talking always about those people who are, for example, less integrated in society, like older people or young people with disabilities. And this was the point why I wanted to make new contacts with those people.
Yes, it's very
Yeah.
good.
So what did you gain from volunteering? Like what kind of skills did you
Yes,
acquire?
I think the biggest thing that I could gain from it is values, our values, because those values are very important. Like you get to know modesty, thankfulness, and you learn how to reflect your actions and the way you think. So I think in general you gain more like things you cannot hold on, like things that can enrich your personality.
Okay.
That's great.
Okay, do you think volunteering is more important than to spend time with your family or friends?
In my opinion, to be honest, I wouldn't say that volunteering or acting as a volunteer is more important than, for example, spending time with family and friends. I think this is very, very important too. But those
exactly.
two
Yes.
things are very differently. So I think if you're acting like as a volunteer, it's very good because other people are always looking forward to meet you again. But I think family and friends is something very special. You have to have time for them as well.
Yes, you're right.
Okay. So what skills and qualifications do you think that one will need as a volunteer?
I think you will need empathy because you need to try to understand the behavior of other people, why they behave like they do, and that you try to understand them. Like that you're not like just look on stereotypes and generalize everyone, but that you try to look after the person and make differences. I think this is very important.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
what do you think is the worst thing in volunteering?
I think the worst thing is maybe that sometimes you want to do too much, but you still have to think that you have your own life, work, studies, school, whatever. And if you are too empowered to and you wanted to do too much, then maybe this has the effect that you have very less time for all the other things. So, in my opinion, it's very important to take your time for everything a bit, that
Yeah.
you can
Yes.
divide it up.
Totally agree.
Yes.
So do you plan to volunteer in the near future?
Yes, I think so, and I hope so, because now it is a bit more difficult for me to find some time, like as I mentioned, because of studies. But for short-term projects, for example, for youth work, I would really like to do it because I think this is always something you can just gain so much from it, and yeah,
Yeah.
so I would really say it.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
right. Okay.
uh,
Thank you so much, Hisham, for your time.
thank you.
And yeah,
You're
It was very
welcome.
nice.
yeah.
Okay, I am Hilal Sevim and could you introduce yourself, please?
I'm Hamza Haydam. I'm 19 years old. I'm a student and I like traveling.
Okay, it was my next question. Do you like traveling?
Yeah, of course I like it.
Where have you traveled yet?
I've traveled to many countries, like I traveled to Algeria, Egypt, and also France, and I'm here right now in Turkey.
Okay. What skill do you need most when you travel?
Like the most thing that you need while
Yes,
you're
the
traveling.
important thing.
The important thing that you need while you are traveling is like your identity card, the important cards. You need them, and of course money.
Yes, money. What is the most interesting conversation you have on a trip?
The most conversation.
Yes.
I remember once while we were traveling to Egypt, we were camping on desert. So we spent the whole night just talking to each other, telling stories about our past. It was so good. It was helpful for me. I knew a lot of cultures. I discovered a lot of cultures. I benefit from the others' experience. It was good. It was helpful.
What is the biggest cultural shock you have? on a
Culture
trip?
shock.
Yes, cultural shock. Like food, like culture.
Like for food, I don't think that I had a shock in food because in my country we got a delicious food, so
Yes.
I will not have a shock here. But I think when I visited Egypt and I saw the pyramids, that was a shock. Yeah.
They was very big.
Yeah, they were very big.
Do you think people should quit their jobs and travel around the world? Why?
Can you repeat? Sorry.
They quit their jobs.
leave their country and go
Leave
anywhere.
their jobs and go
Yes,
to travel. It depends on each other. Like for me, I can't like quit my job and go travel. It's like no, because it's my career. I can't let it and just go to travel. Like you have to manage your time. Like you go travel in summer. That's the best thing I think for the best period to travel.
What are the bad sides of traveling, do you think?
Best.
Money.
No, it's not just about money. Like traveling is full of adventures. Like when you are talking about bedsides, it's so difficult. It's so hard to see. But I think like sometimes traveling may be dangerous. Like you have to be careful. You have to choose the right place where you have to go. So and it's better if you go with your friends, like with company. It's much better.
Yes. What did you learn from traveling?
What? Yeah, I learned a lot of things. First, I learned how to take responsibility of myself, how to behave, like how to act with the others, how to talk, and this is important. How to talk with the others.
Communication
Yeah,
skills.
the communication. Like before, I was so bad when I'm talking to someone. I panic, I get stressed. It was so difficult for me to talk to someone, especially if he's a foreign one. So it was so hard for me. But because of traveling, for right now, it's easy for me.
Okay, thank you for your coming here.
It's my pleasure.
Okay, thank you.